something you may have noticed in this game when I did it earlier, but there is no collision on the aircraft. So like, nope. Here, let me see if I can. He really doesn't want me to get inside here. But yeah, see?
Oh, wow.
You actually cannot collide with planes in this one. And welcome back to Air Combat. We are, whoop, let me make the screen active. There we go. So we got our choices between Mission 10 and Mission 8. I say we just do them in order. Oh, we also have this one over here. Press the radar base. Yeah, let's just do Mission 7 here. Make sure the left side of the map is not being forgotten.
Yeah. The enemy's ADCRS.
It'd be interesting if they made one of these where the
has been identified. We can expect a steep drop in enemy effectiveness if this site is destroyed. The enemy has an effective SAM kill zone around the target. Its one weak point is a narrow ravine leading to the base. This requires precision, nap of the earth flying. Target, enemy radar site. You have no effective countermeasures to this model of SAM. Exit the ravine and you are toast.
Like how they said, SAM, surface to air missile.
Yeah, this is gonna be a cool mission. I like that it's in like a ravine, like a trench run almost.
We played some of the other missions in Ace Combat. Have you seen one of these before?
The one that comes to mind is the tunnel mission in 7. Where you're like flying through the mega structure, like the space elevator.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool.
It's such a common staple to have in an Ace Combat game, a mission where you have to be in a ravine and you can't fly over it, or else you die immediately. It's so common.
It's super cool. Yeah, I love missions like that.
And I wonder if I don't know if this is the first one in, obviously because there was 2 arcade games that came out before it, but this might be the first. This is the first instance of it, at least. And I believe you'll see at least one example of this type of mission in almost every single Ace Combat game.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh, that's cool.
This is also a mission that murdered me many times as a kid. And you also get to fight these little helicopters. It's like a little fun little bonus.
Sweet. But what I was saying before is I feel like a cool, because you were talking about how you had to focus on the left side of the map. If there was a mode in Ace Combat in general that was like almost a conquest mode, you actually had to adapt to picking different missions based on different outcomes for the area. Like I just a very loose reference on like Galactic Conquest of the Battlefront series.
Mm-hmm. I want to say that they did that in Ace Combat too.
Really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Depending on which mission you did and whether you fulfilled certain conditions in it, it would open up different parts of the map that would also ultimately affect which ending you got, or at least if not the ending, the state of the final mission.
Cool.
Oh god, it's
Very
so
cool.
hard to fly.
See, I love these missions because I just hold down the accelerator the entire time.
Oh, you're brave. Oh god. I'll tell you what. It's much harder when you have to control it with the D-pad.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah.
I'm gonna switch to this. I think it's harder to fly it that way.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that cool looking radar dish.
This music track rocks too.
There we go. Look at that. It's such a nice, easy, breezy mission if you don't die repeatedly.
Yeah, when you're not a kid trying it. That was like me with the trench run mission in Rogue Squadron 2 on the GameCube.
Absolutely. So those planes, how do they fly in space?
Just a lot of I think it's ion engines, I think is what they are.
But how do they turn if there's no air or anything? Like how Do they ever
I don't think they're
explain?
using. Yeah, I don't think they're using like. They're just turning by adjusting the thrust vectors. I'd imagine on the like ion engines. Because that's a thing in modern aircraft as well, is thrust vectoring to like point the directions in a specific way to get
Oh, really?
an intended outcome. Yeah. You can even do that with propellers. Even you adjust the angle at which the propellers are spinning, and that can drastically change how that aircraft operates.
What do you think was the biggest? When was the time when they switched from propellers to jet engines for planes?
Cold War era is kind of when it started. Well, actually, some tests were happening during World War II. When the first exact one happened, I don't know, but I know it was like Cold War era. But the Germans actually came up with a really weird swept back design. It almost looks like a more like really like smooth version of the stealth aircraft in this. That's a good question though. What was the first jet aircraft introduced?
I'm gonna start doing mission 8.
Regaining Donetsk City is a prime strategic consideration for the enemy. To forestall offensive operations,
Actually,
we
yeah,
will
it was
strike their staging
it was
area.
that
Target
German
staging
engine that
facilities
was
and
made in
P-1 bombers.
1939.
Our goal is to hit them just before their incursion begins.
Very cool. So it was World War II, huh?
So that was during World War II or just before?
Just as it was starting, pretty much.
Wow. But most of the planes I've seen in World War II media, they all use propellers still, right?
Yeah, no, it wasn't in service. I think it was just like testing. And I looked it up. Well, that's commercial test flight. Let me see, jet fighter. Wow, yeah, the Messerschmitt Me-262 was the first operational jet fighter manufactured in Germany during World War II and entered service on April 19th, 1944. So pretty much just the end of the war.
Okay.
Yeah, the Me-62 is a really weird-looking aircraft.
And it uses jet engines.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looks like a shark almost. It's like its colorway is really weird.
Wow.
The jet engines are huge on it too.
Very cool. Something you may have noticed in this game when I did earlier, but there is no collision on the aircraft. So like, nope. Here, let me see if I can. He really doesn't want me to get inside him. But yeah, see?
Oh wow.
You actually cannot collide with planes in this one. I don't know if you can in like the later ones, or when they started.
Good question. Yeah.
But definitely in this one, because how rare would it be to happen? We're also, you know, playing this game on the emulator, so
Yeah.
I've done a bunch of like different tweaks to it, so
Yeah.
the resolution is a lot higher. I don't want to fight that plane. Okay. If I'm right here, come here, you little Miggy. I hope that's not a slur. Jesus.
I don't think it is.
Oh God. Okay, no, screw it. I'm not fighting you. I'm not fighting you. Go away. I don't know what she's saying at that point. It sounds like she's saying alert flying damaged. Or flight damaged.
Maybe, yeah. I'll try to listen more closely.
See, another strategy you gotta use in this game is like look on your map and press the square button to oh,
Oh, that's really
I thought it was
nice.
yeah, I thought if it was flashing it meant I targeted it, but I was definitely targeting that MiG instead.
Yeah.
I can just imagine the guy going ham on his little keyboard.
Oh yeah. Big. Oh, that's cool. The big stealth bombers in this mission.
Yeah, B2s.
Yeah.
Because they're flying to take back Donetsk City, if you remember.
Oh yeah.
a little narrative continuity there. I always thought these were like bamboo forests or something. I think that's what they are, but like they're in the middle of... Some of the landscapes in this game make no sense.
Yeah, they almost look like just big rock formations like you'd see in like Utah or something.
Yeah, but like the lines...
Yeah, they do look... You're right, yeah. Huh. I don't even know what to make of it.
Oh god, I remember crashing into these walls all the time. I'm almost worried I might do it again. There we go. You can kind of see they mix in a little bit of the ravine traversal as well into this mission.
Yeah.
You could get in through it that way and do a strike on the target and get out. Or you can go straight from above. It's another instance where you can see they're remixing previous knowledge the player had.
Yeah.
And finding new and interesting ways to do it.
Yeah. Super cool.
I don't think I can get it. See, look at that guy. That guy just ripped right through there. What the hell? Okay, I think I have to go from the other angle.
That's funny.
Yeah, they probably don't have collision on the terrain.
No, probably not.
I would love to know how they programmed the AI for those planes too. Like how much of it is fake, how much of it is it real?
Yeah,
you know?
how much of it is actually them flying it? It's an interesting question.
Because like they spend so much time off screen, I wouldn't be surprised if they just teleport the planes around.
Yeah, it kind of seems like that, especially with the one that you caught going through a solid object.
Yeah. Having played this game a few times, really glad I had that experience. Otherwise, this game's kind of hard, to be honest.
It is, especially, well, the thing that keeps getting me is playing a flight game with purely just analog controls, like no joystick input at all.
Yeah. It's purely digital in this one. No analog stick. You're just tapping the buttons. And granted, I have a little bit more clickiness than like the mushy PS1 controller I used to have.
Thankfully.
With like a more modern controller in my hands. But boy, you really feel the age at sometimes when you're trying to make a turn.
God, yeah.
Something that I don't know is, you see, this mission here has a different sort of icon than these other ones.
Huh,
I think it means that this is the end point for this trajectory path. Like, it doesn't connect to another mission. You may not even need to complete it. You may not even need to complete it in order to finish the game.
Oh, so like almost like a bonus mission.
Alright. So, let's see if I got a new aircraft. Because I believe this next mission is another really difficult one.
Okay.
It's a... What would you say is a good plane for attacking battleships?
Scroll through them for me again.
Alright.
F-16 might be good. That's a good... F-18 might be...
Yeah, we have the MiG. Yeah, there's the F-16.
Yeah, that's good for dogfighting, I'd say. That's good for air-to-ground. F-18 might be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm worried about its low defense because of
That's true.
all the AA that's going to be on...
What's the defense like on the A-10? Or is there a lot of air targets in this?
It's mostly ships on the ground.
Okay.
And
So
they
what's
have
the,
a lot of like gun turrets is the main thing. So we have to be like super fast or super mobile.
F-15 might be good.
Yeah.
A-10 might be good as well.
Yeah, F-15 might be a good balance between like having the defense and power to just go really fast.
Yeah, for sure.
What does the F-16 look like? They're so different in shape. I thought they would look similar, but no.
Yeah, F-16 is mainly a
dogfighting.
Like an air-to-air, dogfighter.
Alright. Okay, let's take the F-15. You'll see this mission.
Cool.
This is probably the mission I've had the most difficulty with in the past.
Naval intelligence report a transport heading to Nawikot Bay. Since it may be a true transport, we need to sink it before it docks. Follow up with destruction of the island port facilities. The opposition is expected to consist of an enemy fighter wing of unknown composition and patrolling Aegis warships. Aegis missile system is highly effective. Eliminate the warships quickly.
Is this a real thing, Aegis missile system?
That's a good question. I can look that up.
Oops, accidentally quit out of the mission.
I love that like zoom in
Naval
and zoom out
intelligence
sound.
report a transport
Oh,
signal
this
to
one?
Nawicot Bay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really good.
Naval intelligence report a transport.
That reminds me of the map sound for Metroid Prime.
Naval intelligence report
Yes,
a transport
absolutely.
heading to Nawicot Bay.
Let's take our effort. I'm not sure if this is the mission I'm thinking of. It may be a lead up to it. Like all the missions that involve battleships are really hard in this game for some reason because it's all ground targets that have SAMs on them, that have AA guns on them.
Hmm. Oh yeah, so Aegis ballistic missile defense system.
Enemy
Uh,
target
let's see.
Enemy target located.
Basically, it's a missile defense system used by warships to intercept basically missiles shot at them or other targets.
Gotcha.
Enemy in sight.
Hold on.
Enemy locked on
You
target.
can see they gave us another ravine to fly through if we so choose.
Yeah. It's my favorite thing to do.
Oh, fire.
Caution. Low altitude.
Okay,
Enemy
here we go.
target located. Enemy locked on.
Ah, see, there's the
Oh, boy.
missiles.
Yeah,
If you're not flying fast enough, they get you.
yeah. Oh my goodness.
Enemy in sight.
I think we took out the battleship at least.
On our left, bogey on our six.
Or I don't know if it's a battleship or a. I'm driving. I'm flying way too fast. Let's take a turn. Looks like I still have some targets in the bay. Maybe I didn't take out the ship yet. It looks dead to me.
Enemy target located.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't see smoke on it.
that's true.
All right.
No radar on it yet, though.
Enemy locked on target. Bogey on our six. On our right.
Go.
Nice.
Flying. Take off.
Oh, it's got one more target on it. Oh, it's because it's the gun on the front. Ah, see?
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I think there's a mission where you have to fight like 3 of these guys. Nope, 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 nope.
Maybe how powerful are the guns in this game? Any idea?
What do you mean?
Like the guns in the aircraft, not just
Oh,
the
these
missiles.
ones?
Yeah.
Not very. They definitely want you to use missiles more.
Okay.
You probably saw at the beginning I was trying to use them a little bit to show them off on the
Mhm.
planes. It took a very long time. I can try
Yeah,
shooting this here for you. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, jeez. I'm sure it's taking a lot.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh
I'm
my
hitting
god,
it yet.
what?
Yeah,
That's
I was
something
only
that's definitely changed in modern Ace Combat.
I wasn't actually hitting them at that point. Only towards the end that I hear the actual hit sound effects.
Oh, okay.
So I think when it was hitting it, it took like maybe 6 bullets, but I had to get really, really close.
Oh, jeez, okay.
And it's kind of scary because you don't know how far you are from it because the perspective is
Yeah.
a little weird.
Oh my god.
I'm Duck Station, which is the emulator I'm using, also has this thing called PGXP, which fixes some of the texture.
Oh, interesting.
Jumping. I think actually it's currently fixed. I'm afraid to go because I did notice like a little bit of the texture jumping there, and I know I was having trouble with the setting a little bit.
It's not
But
too noticeable.
But I'm afraid I'm gonna save first before we start experimenting with this.
Yeah.
But I'll take a look and see if it's actually enabled because I did see the plane texture jumping out a bit, and it has to do with how the PlayStation renders textures, and it's
Yeah.
based on perspective in the 3D environment.
Huh.
I don't really know. I'm not a rendering engineer, so
Yeah.
unfortunately I can't really explain it too deeply. But with this emulator, they found a way to, see PGXP geometry correction. It reduces wobbly polygons by attempting to preserve the fractional component through memory transfers.
Huh. Interesting.
I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah.
But it does fix, like, when you played PlayStation games, you would frequently see like textures warping and streaming, and it wouldn't be like
Yeah.
a lined flesh sleeve. But now that they have this, it's kind of the best way to play these games.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see. We did mission 9, I believe. I think there's a mission 10 over here. Oh,
There it is.
hello. There we go. VIP recovery.
Your mercenary unit has proved its reliability. We request you aid in the extraction of one of our officers from the enemy mountain fortress. We can only send one unit without alerting the opposition.
No.
Target: cripple enemy air defense and land on their runway. Only you have the requisite skills. You will be paid handsomely.
This is like
Protecting
a escort mission.
Yeah, we're protecting the president or something, I would assume. I don't know if they say it in the game or if in the manual, but I believe when I looked it up on Wikipedia. Let's buy the
Your mercenary
F-16.
unit has proved its reliability.
But I believe this is set in the USEA. I don't know how they pronounce it. This fake country name.
Yeah.
But it's the Eurasian Air Force that you're supporting.
Or Eurasian, maybe?
It's definitely USEA.
Okay.
It's part of their Strange Real universe, which is the best name for any
We
universe.
request you aid in the
Because
extraction.
it's real in all the ways, and except it's the geography and the composition of it.
Yeah.
Which is always nice. I always like seeing more stories in like fictional settings and, you know, actually trying to recreate real war scenarios.
Yeah,
I always feel a little
completely agree with
conflicted.
that. You see how that goes with Call of Duty, and it's usually not great.
Yeah, honestly, I think Call of Duty got worse when they started moving away from the more Hollywood-style depiction of things.
Oh,
It's like,
agreed, yeah.
oh, we want to depict actual war crimes right now. I'm like, yeah, but
War crimes that someone that we did, but now we're saying someone else is doing.
Enemy in sight.
Yeah. Air
It's not
combat
great,
is
yeah.
much better.
Agreed, yeah. Base combat still stands the test of time, whereas a lot of these more modern Call of Duties probably will not.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, the
Enemy
F-16,
in sight.
really hard to control.
Really?
Yeah, it's very squirrely. I think it's almost too mobile, you know?
Yeah, it's a very, very fast and agile aircraft. It just turns on a dime.
A fun little thing. You can see how they did this afterburner effect,
Yeah.
but it's a transparency, so you don't actually see the bottom of the aircraft.
Huh.
And I'm sure the technical reason for that is, but I do know transparencies are traditionally, you know, very expensive.
Yeah.
Because you have to render stuff on top of different stuff, and it basically draws the scene twice in that instance. Because it also has to
Interesting.
draw what's behind it as well as the actual thing in front of it. So you get what's called overdraw. I'm not sure if I explained it that well. Again, not a rendering engineer,
Yeah. No, you're good.
but
Enemy in
Makes
sight.
sense.
but I don't know in the PS1 if it's just it was easier just to not have it overlap with the plane as well.
Yeah, probably because like you're using up less resources by having less objects. I don't know. I'm just guessing here.
They definitely do render the underside of the plane, I assume, because you have to see like the planes when you're fighting
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
I'm gonna switch
Enemy
this
target located.
mode while I'm dogfighting. Oh god, the D-pad is not doing me any favors.
Oh, yeah.
Target fire. Shoot down. Blew him away.
And the tricky part is you can't spend too much time in this mission dogfighting because there's more targets up ahead, and the escort plane will just keep moving.
Got it. Okay, yeah, it just goes without you.
So you kind of have to like keep up, otherwise they
Yeah.
will shoot it down. Which again,
Looks like a C-17 actually, or maybe that's a C-5. Might be a C-5.
I think it's a C5. It's the same one that you fought in the beginning of the mission. So.
Okay, so definitely a C-5.
It's interesting. They flipped the script on you. You know, before you were fighting the fighters trying to protect their C5. Now they're making
Yeah.
you protect it.
Enemy.
Everybody's got
Enemy in
save
sight.
access to save aircraft. It looks like.
Jesus, focus on our six. Fire. Shoot it down.
Ah, really?
Right past him, yeah.
Oh god, this guy takes
Yeah,
3
jeez.
missiles. There we go. Gotta get his buddy before he gets my buddy.
Enemy target located. Up ahead.
Another killer track. This is great.
Locked on target. Focus on our 6.
Yeah. This is like the desperation one.
Yeah.
Like, the stakes are very high. This isn't surf rock anymore. Still a bit of surf.
Yeah, a little bit.
Up ahead. On our left.
It reminds me a bit of the, around the summertime they had a Jet Moto.
Up ahead.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, a racing game on like jet motorcycles.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Enemy in sight.
The most surf rock in any video game ever
Oh, yeah.
is in Jet Moto.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we got a mission from the president. Great dogfighting. My fake achievements are covering the screen, unfortunately. I think that's the one time that you actually do get like a message from someone.
Yeah, a lot less in between in the missions for this one than the other Ace Combats.
Yeah, definitely starting Ace Combat 3. I'm not sure you've played Ace Combat 3. You mentioned, but probably
Yes.
the PS1 North American version.
Yes, correct.
Did you know that the that version of the game it only has I think about a third of the content of the Japanese release?
No way, really?
Yes, the original game had multiple different branching paths, had a whole bunch of anime sequences in between them, and it was like a normal Ace Combat game. Like Ace Combat 4, you know, had all those anime stills in between. Ace Combat was full of those, and they did not there was so much dialogue that they did not translate all of it
Oh my
when
God.
they brought it over to North America. So all that stuff was cut, but they have full-on characters and everything. So if you stick around, I'm pretty excited to show you that game because I
Yeah,
haven't seen
for
all of
sure.
it myself because there is so much of it.
Are there any fan translations out for it?
Yes, I got a
Oh,
version
that's
with a fan
awesome.
translation that has the entire game fully translated and all the missions fully playable. It came
That
on
is
2
super
discs
cool.
in Japan.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a very large game. And I think that's the Ace Combat 2 I've only played 75% of. I only started playing it this year, and I stopped playing it just to hold off for like this series. And Ace Combat 3 I have played almost none of because it's such an undertaking.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay, so looks like now we're gonna do this dead end mission here. Oh, I'm sorry, we are actually way over time.
Like our episode.
Yeah,
It's all good.
but we'll save this for our next time then. And thank you so much for joining me, Noah. And
Yeah, no problem.
we'll see everyone next time.